Fellow Biafrans, glad to know that you are there this moment. I greet you wherever you are in the world, both home and diaspora. I say to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on your time zone and geographical location. And I welcome you to Biafra Universal TV with important discussions. I want you to make your comment constructively in the comment section. How you see it, how you view it, how you understand it, and your suggestion, because it's going to help us to achieve maximum result, irrespective of the objectives of the detractors, which we don't look on the faces of the detractors. We believe in what we are doing, and we believe Chukwokika Biama for intervention and victory, which the victory of Biafra nation is glittering. And I don't think it is necessary for anybody to come and interrupt the independence of Biafra nation at this end time, after suffering all, passing through the thistles and thorns, passing through the valley of the shadow of death. And maybe one man from somewhere will come and disrupt the system. I don't think it is tolerable. This moment, I found it imperative to convey this message to you as it is happening by the hands of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic in exile. I want to inform you that it is not to the best interest of the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic in exile for Emeka Anyaoku, the Commonwealth General Secretary General, the formal Secretary General of Commonwealth, Emeka Anyaoku. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile have issued warning to the formal Secretary General of Commonwealth, Emeka Anyaoku, and the Southeast leaders to restrain their steps from whatever they are doing to try to organize Nigeria and to still join Biafran's head with Nigeria. And I want to believe that whatever anybody is doing, he must have a reason for that. We have to listen to the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile. We have to look into his grievances, what prompted him or what propelled him to make the statement he made for Emeka Anyaoku to withdraw, because that is what it means, to restrain from anything that could bring jeopardy to this Biafra independence forthcoming. As it stands now, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile stressed that Emeka Anyaoku have been keeping silent. He has been keeping silent. So, in the face of the disaster of Igbos in the Southeast, Igbos are being killed by Fulani terrorists. Igbos are being marginalized. Igbos have been suffering in Southeast. And since all this while, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya. And Emeka Anyaoku have not said anything, and nobody have heard anything from him. So now Biafra agitation is heading to the finishing touches. Now Emeka Anyaoku stepped in almost at the end of the whole thing to say what he need is a regional referendum and constitutional review of Nigeria. So, my dear listeners, I want to say that the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile have a point, and his point is very clear and very important. No matter how anybody may look at it, he's talking directly to what is necessary to listen to and to do without further hesitation. So, why I said that is right, yes, when somebody did what is right, you have to say the truth. And when the person did a wrong thing, you have to correct the person, because nobody is above correction. Anybody can make a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake. All right? Even the problem that have been going on in Nigeria now of protest and what have you is because the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, refused to adhere to divine and good instructions. He believed that Nigeria is his bedroom, so, and he can use it anyhow he like. Nobody will do him anything. And all this while you understand that every government that comes to Nigeria, any president that comes in Nigeria, the presidential seat have been shared before now between Yorubas and Hausas. So Igbo man, his name is not in the register to become a president of Nigeria. If not, they wouldn't have robbed Peter B his birthright by confiscating and stealing his mandate. They stole Peter B's mandate by Buhari and Tinubu in agreement, because the legitimate democratic winner of Nigeria presidential election 2023 was Peter B. But it was taken away from him because Igbos are being marginalized and being treated as a war treaty. And they believe that they are born to rule Nigeria, and Igbos are born to serve them. All right? The truth must be spoken. So where I'm heading to now is this. I must be explicit. Agui Ironsi made a mistake in his time. At the same time, when you look at the leaders from south to east before now, you will see their lapses, such as, like I said, Agoyi Uronsi. Then you look at Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. You look at Rafu Wazurike. So they have loopholes, lapses, and that is what Simon Ekpa is warning of, the danger ahead of Emeka Anyaoku coming to Dabaru, or call it to jeopardize the forthcoming expected Biafra restoration by December 2nd, 2024. That those, lapses, or call it mistakes, or call it deliberate actions in order to frustrate the competent hands must not be accepted this time around. And like I said, when you look into what he's saying, it makes sense. Some people will claim that they come to help you, but consider your destruction and defeat at the same time, because what they come to see is your weak point. They will only talk about your weakness. When they found your weakness, your weak point, where if they hold you, then you will be destroyed. Then they will get it done and get you terminated. So now the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile is warning against the impending danger of Nigeria government using Emeka Anyaoku and the so-called Southeast leaders to destroy the Biafra independence coming. So what I'm saying this moment is this: no reasonable person, as long as I'm concerned, no reasonable politician from Southeast, there is no reasonable politician from Igbo land, no reasonable one. You can take me to any court, I will defeat you. There's no two ways about it. Because if there was, or there is, you will discover that all the killings, destruction of properties and livelihoods that have taken place in Igbo land wouldn't have happened. All what you see are a bunch of vultures, the gatherings of vultures. You can't see where vulture gathered if there is no dead animal that place before vulture will gather. So what the politicians from Igbo land specialized on is already made, where the money is already packed. So they can now load it into their bank account outside the country, inside the country, inside their bedroom, inside their car. So this is the only thing they are interested in, and on how to build their children and their children to remain politicians and remain ruling you. So as long as Igbo politicians are concerned, there will be no good thing that will enter Biafra land. Mark my word. And for this reason, we have to critically look into the speeches and advice from the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic in exile. Emeka Anyaoku have never said what they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is evil. Emeka Anyaoku never say why are Fulanis killing Igbos. All right? Emeka Anyaoku never say why is it so that Aso Rock belong to Yorubas and Hausas. All right? Emeka Anyaoku never come out to condemn anything for all this war we have been fighting for many years ago now. And now we are so much and very much towards the end of the war. I'm not saying why did Emeka Anyaoku talk, but what I'm saying in the essence is that his coming in now is too late. It's too late. Because his speeches or movement could have saved many Igbos or many Biafrans that were killed by Fulanis. If he had done this earlier, and I don't believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will remain in the DSS custody today. Emeka Anyaoku should have done what he is doing now when Buhari was there in Aso Rock. Yes, if you are a man, you have to face your fellow man squarely, look into his eyeball and tell him that whatever you think you know, I know it better. We all went to school. We all read. You have your profession. Yeah, I have my profession. We cannot be, if you are a teller, I cannot be a teller at the same time. I may be an architecture. And I want to tell you something. This moment, you may feel like Emeka Anyaoku is with you. Take your time. Watch and try to observe his interior motive of coming in at this 11th hour and meddling and trying to mediate peace. So there's nothing that can be done for Nigeria to remain one. Nigeria is gone. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Call a spade a spade. The killings and dyings of Biafrans in the name of so-called one Nigeria is alarming. And why we are outside there, even as I'm talking with you this morning, I left my position, my place in overseas for 3 years now. Why we are all outside now in Nigeria or in Biafra land is because we don't want the continuation of the killing of our people, Biafrans. We love them. They are our people. And it concerns us so much. Their cries and pains, we have come down to alleviate them from the untold hardship and the terror that Nigeria government have unleashed on them. And at the same time, we have predetermined to take Biafra out of Nigeria. Whatever you like, feel. This is a predetermined objective and must be achieved. And how are we going to achieve it? This predetermined objective, Simon Ekpa, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have laid the foundation. Simon Ekpa is building on the foundation solidly. And we militaries from all walks of life are there, both home and abroad, with hard connections of finances, or call it financial, contributions. You can at the same time look at the material donations or contributions. So I'm not here to divulge anything, but I think everybody who loves Igbo land, who loves Biafrans, is doing his or her best in whichever way it will be done in order to secure Biafra land and Biafrans from the face and the impending dangers that comes from the north or come from Nigeria. So we all cannot be Igbo politicians. All right. So I leave you here.